Hello everyone. I am A. Meenakshi, Assistant Professor of English, Government Degree College for Women, Karimnagar. Welcome to the lesson. Today's topic is antonyms. As we all know, vocabulary is the nucleus of any language and antonyms are one of the important parts of vocabulary. Synonyms, as we learned in the previous class, synonyms and antonyms are exactly the opposite ones. An antonym is a word opposite in meaning to another word, whereas synonym is of same meaning. The root words for the word antonym are the words anti meaning against and or opposite and onum means name. For example, hot, opposite of hot is cold, empty, full. Let us see some more antonyms in our present class. Above, below or under. Both are the antonyms of above. Absent. The antonym of absent is present. Attentive, alert, attend. Achieve. The antonym of achieve is fail. Afraid. Antonyms are unafraid, brave, confident, dare. Agree, disagree, oppose. Always, never. Ancient, modern, new, current. Angry, calm, pacified, peaceful. Clean, dirty, immortal, guilty, filthy, unclean, unchaste. It depends upon, by seeing the sentence we have to write which antonym is suitable. If it is the physical surroundings, then clean means a clean opposite is dirty, filthy, etc. But when it comes to character of a person, then it becomes immoral, guilty, unclean, unchaste, etc. Decrease, increase. Deep, shallow, high. Demand, supply. Destroy, create or make. Divide, unite, combine, join, unify, converse. These are all the antonyms. The proverb says, no, united we stand, divided we fall. Like that, these are opposite. Divide, unite. Arrive, depart, leave, go. Generally, this is used for trains, The train has arrived, the train has departed. Arrogant, humble, modest. Ascend, descend, decrease, decline, fall, lower. So all these are the antonyms of ascend. Better, better opposite, worse. For good, bad, better, worse, best, worst. These are the 3 degrees of adjectives. No? Big, small, little, minor, trivial, unimportant, all this. Brave, cowardly, fearful. Brave means courageous. Next, brief. Brief opposite, lengthy, long. Cheap. Cheap means, it is cheap, less in amount. Expensive, costly. Moist. Moist. Opposite, dry. Moist means wet. Dry, dehydrated, arid. Nothing, something. Often, seldom, rarely, never. Old, young, new. This is also depends upon the context. No, he is an old man means he is an young man. Opposite. It is an old dress. It is a new dress. Old days, modern days. Okay, like that. Depending upon the context, these antonyms we have to use: young, new, modern, recent, current, present, fresh. And optimist, pessimist. I think all of you know this. Optimist means, for example, if we take a glass with some half water with half of the glass, an optimist says that the glass is half full, and the pessimist says the glass is half empty. Now, the reality is the glass is half filled with water and half filled with air. No. So it's better to be realist. Huh? Okay, optimism is better comparatively with pessimism. Next, ordinary, extraordinary. He's an ordinary man, he's an extraordinary man, says we. And abnormal. Sometimes ordinary human beings are abnormal. This is also we see. He's not an ordinary man, he's abnormal man. We can say. Unusual, it's not an ordinary thing, it is an unusual thing. Uncommon. Fiction. Fiction means, short stories, novels, all this fiction. It is not truth. Truth, fact, non-fiction are the antonyms of fiction. Find. Find opposite, lose, misplace. Next, float, sink, follow, lead, foolish, intelligent, wise, sensible, frequent, seldom, rare, gentle, rough, harsh. Even cruel, hard, crude, all are the antonyms of gentle. Giant, dwarf, miniature. Giant means big in size, very big. Dwarf means marugujju is miniature, very small. Gloomy, gloomy means sad. Antonym is happy, cheerful, optimistic, bright, sunny. It's a gloomy day means there's no sun and it is somewhat dark. That's also. And that's why in context we have to write the real meaning, real antonym. When you read the sentence in exam, you have to grasp the meaning of it in the context, and then according to that you have to select the antonym which you have to write. Okay, a single word may have several antonyms. They have to be used in different context. Horizontal, vertical. Immense, small, tiny. Include, exclude. Individual, group, and collective. Individual means single one, no? Group, collective. Inhale, exhale, or expire. Expiration, in exhalation, we say. Inside, outside, or exterior, or outer. Knowledge, ignorance. Lend, borrow. All of you know these meanings, no? Lend means taking something from others, same with an intention to return them again. Borrow means, lend means giving others something, saying that they should return it back. Liquid, solid, or gas. Liquid means water is liquid. Solid means rice is solid. Gas, And lonely, crowded, populous. Lonely means alone. Crowded means so many people gathering at a place. Populous means also many people together. Mature, immature. Polite, impolite, rude. She is very polite, she is very impolite. Like that. Positive, negative. Powerful, weak, powerless, feeble. Praise, criticize, condemn. Pretty, unattractive, ugly. She's a pretty girl. Means good looking, beautiful, no? But beautiful we use for women and handsome for men. Pretty is for children or anything we can use. Opposite is unattractive, ugly. Pride. Pride opposite humility, modesty. Humility means anukuva antam kada. Yes, that. Random. Specific, definite, arranged, systematic, orderly, fixed. Random selection means without any specific arrangement actually. Raw, cooked. Nowadays people are asking us to eat raw. That means vegetables raw, cutting and eating. I'm saying that as a vegetable salad without cooking. Regret, celebrate, rejoice. Rigid rules, flexible rules. Now you have the flexibility, na? In online classes you can stay at your home and you can listen to classes. It is very flexible. You need not dress up properly according to in the college uniform or something like that, no? You need not start at time. It is very flexible. You can, if now we, as we are preparing these videos, it will be more flexible. Whenever you want you can listen to those videos. You need not sit in a particular time for the class. Rough, smooth, flat, gentle, refined. Triumph. Triumph means victory. Opposite is defeat, lose, failure, unsuccessful. Union. Union, division. That is unite, divide. That means separation, parting, disunion. Unique. Unique means a single. But here common, ordinary, general, usual, unusual thing. Upset, stabilize, unperturbed. Victory, defeat. Visible, invisible, unseen. Voluntary, compulsory, obligatory, involuntary, compelled. Generally you people join in NSS, NCC voluntarily. No, it is not compulsory. But studying subjects and writing exams, it is compulsory, no? Whatever papers you select, whatever subjects you select, those papers you have to write. Wet, dry, simple, difficult, hard, complex, complicated. Come, go. Minimum, maximum, most. Private, public. Marvelous, ordinary, natural. Marvelous means for extraordinary thing, very nice thing, we say marvelous. Ordinary, natural. Hell, heaven. Innocent, guilty, sinful. Optimist, pessimist. Forget, remember. Winter, summer. Bold, timid. Bold means brave, timid means cowardly. Short, long. Abstract, concrete. Abstract means which we cannot see. Concrete means which we can see with our eyes. Accept, reject. Acquit, condemn. Advance, advance means marching forward. For retreat, impede, hinder. Adversity, prosperity. Affirm, deny. Analysis, synthesis. Arrive, depart. Arrival, departure. Attract, repel. Barren, fertile. Beautiful, ugly. Even for pretty we said ugly. Handsome also opposite ugly only. Believe, doubt, bravery, cowardice, cheerful, gloomy, clever, stupid, common, rare, compulsory, optional. You have some optionals and you have some compulsory ones, no? While selecting a group, English is compulsory, whereas second language, option. Either you can take a Hindi or Telugu or Urdu or Sanskrit, anyone. Create, destroy, dawn, dusk. In synonyms while explaining, we have already discussed dawn. What is dawn? Just before the sunrise. Dusk, just after the sunset. One is the night turning into day, dawn, and day turning into night, dusk. Defendant, plaintiff, petitioner, or claimant. Diligent, lazy. External, internal. Fair, foul. Famous, obscure. Far, near. Fast, slow. Help, hinder. Helping others and hindering. Creating problems to others. And honor, shame. Honoring people. And we can shame also. Hope, despair. Host, guest. I think all of you know. Host, guest. Idle, busy. You say, no, I'm busy now. I'm free now. I'm idle. Idle means free. Import, export. Joy, sorrow. Junior, senior. Justify, condemn, oppose, disapprove. Generally you do this in debates, no? If some topic is given, you justify sometimes, you condemn and you oppose and you disapprove sometimes. Kind, cruel, unkind also. King, queen. Landlord, tenant. Who is landlord and who is tenant? We say, no, landlord means who is the owner of a house or any land. Tenant means who pays some money and who stays there in that house, or who takes the land for lease or something like that. Tenant. Many, few. Material, spiritual. We say, no, material world, spiritual world. Material world means which we can see with our eyes. Spiritual is which we can't see and we can only think of. And masculine, feminine. Miser, spendthrift. Miser means pisinari, we say, no, in Telugu. Who doesn't like to spend money. And spendthrift means who spends money without caring, without thinking of wasting. And monotony, variety and excitement. Monotonous, we say, no, regular. If we say without any, if we do anything without any enthusiasm, just like that, then it is called as monotony. Variety, excitement are the antonyms. Motion, rest. Something is at motion means it is moving. Rest means it's not moving, it is stable. Narrow, broad. The roads are narrow means very small ones. Broad means very large ones. Vedalupaina, vishalamaina. You say, no? Native, foreign. Natural, unnatural. Or artificial also we can say. Natural, artificial and unnatural. Neutral, he is very neutral. He is biased. Biased means when the match is going on, if the umpire is neutral means he is not belong to any party, but he is doing his duty perfectly. But he is biased means he is showing some partiality towards one country group or one group. Odd, even. I think all of you know what are odd numbers: 1, 3, 5, 7, like that. Odd. Even means 2, 4, 6, even numbers. Offer, offering something. They offered us tea. They offered a course. Anything we can say. Refuse, withdraw. Omission, omitting anything. Adding, addition, inclusion. Optimistic, pessimistic. Oral, written. Orthodox, unorthodox or unconventional or heterodox. Partly, wholly. Permit, prohibit. Nowadays there is no permission for processions like Vinayak Chavithi festival. That means people should come together and go on a procession generally. But now there is no permission for it. They are prohibited. Practice, theory and inaction. You know, all of you, practicals and theory, you know, no? In the same way, practice and theory. Precede and succeed, follow. The antonyms: promote, demote. You are promoted to next year, second year. You are demoted means you are demoted to not promoted. That's the meaning. Rapid, slow. Her health has been improved rapidly means very fast. Slow means opposite it. Rude, polite. She is very rude. That means she is very impolite. No? Rude opposite is polite. Sacred. It is a sacred text we say, no? Bible is the sacred text of Christians. In the same way, Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata are the sacred texts of Hindus. And Quran is the sacred text of Muslims. Like that, sacred. Opposite is profane, unconsecrated. Safe, dangerous. Saint, sinner. Servant, master. Sharp, blunt. This knife is blunt means what? It is not sharp. We can't cut anything with that. It is very blunt. Smile, frown. Smiling face means it is a symbol of happiness and joy. No? When it is frown means very sad. Sober, drunk. Sober means when a person is hasn't drunk. Strange, familiar. It is a strange face, strange girl. That means unfamiliar. Opposite is familiar. Succeed. Succeed, fail. Success, failure. Tall, short. Thick, thin. Top, bottom. Trivial, important. Trivial means very small, unimportant thing. Important. Upper, lower. Urban, rural. This you know, urban. When Karimnagar comes under urban, all the villages, they come under rural. No? Vague, clear, definite. It's very vague. Sometimes we say the topic is very vague. Like that. The lecture is very vague. Or it's very clear. They are opposite. Verbal, written. Verbal means oral. Wax, vain. Virtue, wise. Virtue means Sugunamu we say, no, in Telugu. Wise, Durgunam. Wealth, poverty. Wise, foolish. Back, front. Progression, digression, decline, relapse, progression. That means how much you have progressed. Opposite is digression, decline, relapse, retrogression. Religious, secular. physical, mental. Condemn, praise, comment, acquit. Entrance, exit. Hot, cold. Neglect, care. They neglected their parents and the parents cared their children, like that we say, no? Fertile, barren, sterile. Barren land means there no crops can be produced there. Only in fertile land we can produce. Fertile, barren and sterile. Now let us see how some antonyms start with the prefix un. Several antonyms starts with several prefixes. Okay. For example, un, able, unable, pleasant, unpleasant, lucky, unlucky, reliable, unreliable, thinkable, unthinkable, affordable. What do you mean by affordable? Yeah, it is affordable. Anything that means it is cheap, we can afford it. With the money which we have, we can buy it. Unaffordable means it is very costly for us especially. That means depending upon our money, it is unaffordable. Real, unreal, reasonable, unreasonable, usual, unusual, usable, unusable. For all these, what we are using is a prefix un before the actual word. It becomes an antonym. Worthy, unworthy, safe, unsafe, well, unwell, willing, unwilling, beatable, unbeatable. It is an unbeatable team means it's very difficult to win over them. Believable, unbelievable, suited, unsuited, accompanied, unaccompanied, ending, unending, changing, unchanging. Civilized, uncivilized, titled, untitled. Title means a book title. What is the title of your book? Your English book? English for enrichment is the title. Untitled. Aware, unaware. Bearable, unbearable. Sometimes we say no, it is unbearable condition. We can't bear it. Conscious, unconscious. She is unconscious on bed. Say sometimes when people are in hospital, when they are suffering with any disease, sometimes it happens they'll be unconscious. Comfortable, uncomfortable, wanted, unwanted, bolt, unbolt, breakable, unbreakable. Glass is breakable and plastic is unbreakable. No? Expected, unexpected. Deserved, undeserved. We say no, he deserves this post. He is deserved for that. Like that. He is undeserved. Acceptable, unacceptable. Certain, uncertain. Nowadays, reopening of college is uncertain. We don't know when it is opened and when we have to go. Connected, unconnected. Eatable, uneatable. Many vegetables and many, when we see, some are eatable and some are uneatable. Only part of it we have to eat. Fashionable, unfashionable. Clean, unclean. Concerned, unconcerned. Decided, undecided. Natural, unnatural. Imaginable, unimaginable. Common, uncommon. Covered, uncovered. Forgettable, forgettable means a thing that we can forget. Unforgettable. It is not a thing that we can forget. It is unforgettable incident. We can't forget it. That's the meaning. Tidy, untidy. Tidy means clean. Untidy means not clean. Unclean. Loading, unloading. Loading the lorry, say no, loading the vehicle, unloading. Desirable, undesirable. Some are desirable things we desire for a few for good marks, for getting good grade. Some are desirable and undesirable. Death of some kith and kin. All these are undesirable. No? Losing a job. So desirable, antonym, undesirable. Finished, furnished. Finished, unfinished. Have you finished the work means unfinished, not finished. Known, unknown. Known means what we know. If anything, known thing. If any we know about it means known. Unknown means we don't know about it. Warranted, unwarranted. Civilized, uncivilized. Helpful. All of you know what is civilized, uncivilized. Civilized people, now we think ourselves are all civilized people, and uncivilized people who lives in the forest. Even in now, even recently in Amazon forest, people are living like animals without wearing proper dress, and then we call them as uncivilized. What they think of us, we don't know. Helpful, unhelpful. Drinkable, undrinkable. Identified, unidentified. Identify means when we see something, we if identify that this is this, and this is a pen, this is a book, like that, it is identified. Unidentified means we can't identify it what it is. So it is unidentified. Generally, when people say that something is falling upon from the sky and it is unidentified object. And some antonym starts with the prefix dis. For example, like, dislike. Dis we add and it becomes antonym. Agree. Agree means accepting. Like all of you know, like I like coffee, I like tea. We say no, I dislike coffee. That means I don't like. Agree, I agree with you. I disagree with you. Both. Agree, opposite, disagree. Arm, disarm. What is arm and what is disarm? If we have arm means here arms, we say no. What army? Disarm. Disarm means sometimes there will be treaties that we should not use arms for the sake of peace. That is disarm. Able, disable. That means he is an able person. That means he can do whatever work is given to him. Disable means he is not able to do certain thing. Obey, disobey. Obey means obey somebody. That means you listen to that person. Whatever he says, you accept it. Disobey means you don't. Connect, disconnect. Nowadays it is very common. Connecting, internet connection. No? Sometimes it connects, sometimes it disconnects, especially in rural areas where it's not proper. Even when we conduct online classes, we observe this. Sometimes connecting and sometimes disconnecting. Satisfied, dissatisfied. Sometimes we satisfy with the answers given by others, or any lesson taught by others, or any speeches. Sometimes we dissatisfied, we don't get satisfied. Advantages, disadvantages. This also, we have advantages of corona and disadvantages of corona. We never thought of that we will learn things by looking at videos, video classes. Okay, we never thought that smartphone and computer will become our classroom. We never thought. These new things we have learned. Disadvantages are also there. We can't come out of our homes freely. and enjoy happily, no? And appoint, disappoint. Courage, discourage. Similar, dissimilar. When we see anything, that means any articles or any books, we say similar. These are similar means same. Dissimilar means they are not at all same. Order, disorder. Approve, disapprove. What is approve? If anything is said, if you have done an assignment, if I have approved it, means what? I have accepted it, no? Disapproves. Generally this is used for if for anything, if I apply for a loan, approved, disapproved. For a project, approved, disapproved, like that. And please, displease. Generally we try to please others, no? Displease also, that means we behave in a rude manner and we displease sometimes. Play, display. Locate, dislocate. Proportionate, disproportionate. Assemble, disassemble. What is assemble? Grouping together. Assembling and disassemble, especially when we get some parts of any computer like that, we have to assemble them, and we can even disassemble them, we can separate them. Similar, dissimilar. Mantle, dismantle. Member, dismember. Passionate, dispassionate. What do you mean by passionate? She is very passionate for learning English. That means she is very much interested. Dispassionate means she is not at all interested. Prove, disprove. You have to prove this theory and you have to prove disprove this theory. Generally this happens to atheist and theist when they talk about whether there is a God or not. The theist have to prove and the atheist have to disprove. Place, displace. Engage, disengage. We say, no, I am engaged in English class with some work. I am engaged with some work. Disengaged means I am not engaged. Claim, disclaim. Joint, disjoint. Please, displease. Appear, disappear. Disappear means what? Appear means it appeared. That means at the time when it appears, we can see it. Disappear means vanishes. We can't see. Integrate, disintegrate. Generally, we integrate all the language skills, no? Listening, speaking, reading and writing in the class. Disintegrate means, no, we don't integrate and only we take them separately. Concert, disconcert. Regard, disregard. Regarding somebody and disregarding. And we can also have can also form antonyms by using some other prefixes like decode, decode. Like that we can, by using D as a prefix, we can make antonyms. And ill, ill. Legal, illegal. Logical, illogical. Like that, by adding ill before as a prefix, we can create antonyms. We can make antonyms. Possible, impossible. Proper, improper. That means by using the prefix im also, we can make antonyms. And in also, the prefix in also can be used to make antonyms. Action, inaction. Visible, invisible. And by using miss as a prefix also we can have antonyms, make antonyms. Lead, mislead. Place, misplace. And noun also, fiction, non-fiction. Like that. We have already learnt by do, undo, equal, unequal, usual, unusual, and also disagree, disappear, like that. All these things we have learnt. And now, as we have completed both synonyms and antonyms, these also very much these are helpful as they increase our vocabulary. So they help us in our daily life while speaking as well as while writing, and for your examination purpose also they are very useful. In every exam they will be asked, every competitive exam, and anyhow in our examination they are asked. But even in competitive examinations also these are asked. You must be thorough. If you don't know the meaning of any word, you see the dictionary. Even in your Google, you can search in phone itself. You need not go for a dictionary with pages. Online dictionaries also you can search, and you can find, and you can improve your vocabulary. So try to improve your vocabulary by enriching your knowledge of synonyms and antonyms. Have a great day. Thank you very much for listening to the class patiently. Thank you.